down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to The Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
All right, Savvy investors, man, it's been like a couple of days. I know you're juicy and you're frustrated with me because you missed the podcast. Yep, I've been slammed-damned, right? So if you've been following me for a while, my life's kind of changed in March. I was like, these are the three things I got to do: lose weight, spend more time with my family, and GOD, and buy single-family homes. Well, that's all I do. It's the word Savvy Landlord, the Savvy Radio Show. Oh, yeah, that's right. You tuned into the Savvy Radio Show. Well, man, my life has continuing to grow. I'm moving and doing a huge remodel, just stretching as far as I could go, and it is busting. And so I am trying to get down with the podcast. The great thing is that people out of the woodwork, the last couple of episodes, I've been talking about friends or people been trying to get into real estate that have been waiting on the sidelines. And then the most random thing, random people said, hey, I want you to coach me. And I'm like, well, I don't usually talk about it. I don't solicit people. Like, I don't want to be the guru guy on stage peddling my stuff. I want to be the guy that's really doing it and willing to help you. And so people were like, man, I want to go to the next level. I want to do, I want to do real estate, and I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. I'm like, yes, that's the subject I like. Who does not want to be rich, right? But the interesting thing, so I did a couple of podcasts, and this is weird. Like, so this dude is like, this guy never reads, and he is asking about what books to read, which is very fascinating. And then I've been telling him these books for 20 years, or 10 really, but 20 it seems like. And then I was at the gym the other day, and a wholesaler rolled up to me, heard a podcast, and he said, I didn't know about that book. And then another really close friend of mine said, hey, you mentioned a book on a podcast. I didn't know about that book. And I'm like, you guys, look, man, pay attention, right? Like, listen up. When someone says, hey, you should read this book, especially if it's a baller guy, right? I'm telling you, I was just having lunch with someone the other day. He's like, dude, check this book out. I automatically don't even hesitate. I order it. I download it. If I can get it on Audible, I consume it. CEOs read 60 books a year, okay? Average a book a week or more, depending on the size and scalability. But you feel me? You understand? Listen, to make money is to read. The more you know, the more you make. Now, I'm so slammed. I've actually written about 10 podcasts, but they're not good enough. And so I'm like, dude, I got to say a podcast today. My friends are going to be like, what the freak, VanCauwenbergh? So I'm going to go over some real estate books that I mentioned in episode 111, okay? Episode 111. How do you get to that podcast? Let me tell you how to do it. Now, I'm going to cover these books in a different light. So if you're real meticulous, go back to 111. And if you don't know how, I'm going to tell you. But if you don't want to go back to 111, because I did that almost a year or 2 years ago, I'm going to kind of cover them again, but I'm going to throw out some more details to it. And so you might want to be reinforced. But how do I get to my old episodes? That is a question people tell me all the time. And listen, go to thesavvyradioshow.com. Pay the F attention. You click on Listen Now. It's going to go to my lip sync page. Okay, that's the people that host my website, host the podcast, not my website. The top right search bar, you can type in books. You can type in whatever, episode 111, or just type in 111, and all that episode will pop up. It's a great search engine. If you're looking for a specific subject like hiring a contractor or whatever your need, and that's a subject that's been real hot and effective. A lot of friends have been texting me lately. They've been burned by some contractors. We did the landlord lunch. That was a subject people wanted to talk about. And I'm like, man, dude, I wrote the book on it. Look, it's called Hiring a Contractor. Buy the freaking book. Read the book. Listen, I'll sell it to you for $10. You come by the office, that's what it costs to print the dang thing. I'll hook you up. But you got to know, okay, you got to read so you don't get burned. But here's the thing. These books that I'm going to cover, and I might throw out some other ones, and I'm going to just not even write a description. I'm just going to break these off fast, down, and dirty. The title of this one was 10 Real Estate Books You Should Read and Become Great. Okay. These are the books that, of course, set me off. Number one, there you go. Rich Dad Poor Dad. You should already have that. The other day, I even text my boy back, and his daughter was struggling what she should do with his life. I was like, look, pay your daughter $100 to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. For real. If you heard about the podcast about me having people pay people to read, I even pay my staff to read books. What? VanCauwenbergh? Yep, that's what I do. That's what, not everybody else does that. That's what we do, okay? Because if I educate people more, that's why I do the podcast, the more you're going to produce, right? If I'm reading intensely, you should read this book. It's hard for a lot of people, right? The Unscripted Life, MJ DeMarco. What's the freaking name of that book? Hold on. Yeah, it's called Unscripted, Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Entrepreneurship. The interesting thing about that book, it is extremely powerful, and like you've got to listen to it, read it several times, get that ingrained in you, listen to it for 10 minutes. I'm telling you, it's changing me. It should change you. And if you're not there, wherever you're at, some other book will change you, but you should read 10 minutes a day. I'm working with this dude right now. He says, I don't read. I'm like, bro, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be rich, you got to read. If you want to stop working and have a business, you got to read, right? You got to go back to school. And if you can't, you can go to school and you still can't be successful. You got to apply what you learn. But if you don't even have the content inside of you, okay? So basic, Rich Dad Poor Dad, you should just, if you're just coming from the turnip truck and just fell off, you should just start off with Rich Dad Poor Dad. Start there, okay? The second one after that is if you're really anal detailed about the stock market or you come from that arena, you should probably read Real Estate Riches by Dolph DeRoos, okay? This is a book I read like 20 years ago, but it was a fascinating book because it compared the stock market to real estate for 30 years. And it was a good book, and it's under Rich Dad Poor Dad Advisor series. Another book called Winning Through Intimidation. I might need to be slow. Winning Through Intimidation. This book came out in the 80s. It's a book by Robert Ringer. Okay, Robert Ringer is still alive. Robert Ringer is still rolling. He's got some psycho-political views, but I don't give a rip. But here's the deal. That book, and one of my people that I'm working with right now is a realtor, and, he was struggling with something, dude. I was like, have you read Winning Through Intimidation? The book is not how to intimidate people. The book is how to have stature. It's a great read if you're into real estate at all, and your personality may affect you in some form or fashion. You want to have strength and position, okay? It's a phenomenal book. It's great stories. If you've been a real estate investor for a long time, this book is great. Now, if you're in the beginning, when I read that, I don't even think I had real estate or maybe a few houses back then. It still was, and it was so funny because I was telling this friend of mine about this book, and I was like, yeah, man, this is where I learned the leapfrog effect, and this is where I learned, like, why mess around with single families, why not buy apartments, right? Well, I'm still in single family, and I'm not a big fan of apartments, but the deal is I learned a lot from that book, and then I read and reread that book. Me and my buddy, we read it together again, like last month, and I was like, dang, there's so much in that, and it just gave me strength as a real estate investor. You can go to his website. You can buy that book used for $5. Winning Through Intimidation, Robert Ringer. All right. Bing, boom, boom. The will. Almost stuttered. The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. Listen, if you need a plan or you need encouragement, the dude outlines it perfectly. Like, I would just love to just take his name off and put VanCauwenbergh on that book, because I approve that book 110%. Bing, bing, boom, boom. But nobody reads. That's why nobody's a millionaire. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but they're, sitting on the couch watching HGTV, trying to be cool, trying to figure out what's the next granite. Listen, that's not how you be rich. You be rich by reading. When you read, you make better decisions, and you make better decisions, you make more money. Bad decisions cost you money. Good decisions make you money. Someone said on Facebook, I put on there, I lost 40 pounds. Yep, thank you very much. And it's that, I said, it's just decisions that you make every day. Yes, fat boy, it's decisions. I muted myself. It's all it is. I had to make a decision. It seemed like I was doing good all day long, which is really hard for me in fat boy world. But I realized, man, after 7 o'clock, I get a little juicy on the snacks. Snack attack. And so I was like, look, I got to make a better decision. I'm trying to reach a goal. I got 30 days to drop about 9 pounds. I'm about to do that on my birthday, September 28th. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to weigh 225, a record in my family. No one has been that healthy. Well, here's the deal. I'm losing track here. Oh, God. Oh, you have to make a decision. So I made a decision. I cannot eat after 7 o'clock, period. It wasn't easy. Because your mind play. I was talking to my homie the other day. He's like, when he goes to the bar with some friends and they're ordering queso, it's hard. Dude, that's why I don't go to the happy hour, homie. Because I'd be knocking out the queso myself. Even though I'm a vegan now, thank God, that has actually helped me because that was a decision that I make. You got to make a decision. I made a decision to put in my phone, you fat boy, you cannot eat after 7 o'clock. Now, last night was my first time. It wasn't easy. But I'm telling you, I woke up actually kind of hungry, which was interesting. Now, I know I'm working out intensely. I'm doing double workouts. I'm burning up all kinds of calories. But still, I'm not eating at 7 o'clock after 7 o'clock at night. So I made a decision. Here's the deal, mothers, peeps, savvy. I just lost about 5 fans. I don't give a rip, all right? Make a decision to get off out of the bed, get off your ASS, and go read for 10 minutes and read this book, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. The dude locks it down perfect. You can get it on Audible. There is no excuse. You really want to be a millionaire? You memorize that book. You go through that book. You read that book. You take notes. You text me. You question me. VanCauwenbergh, what does this say? And I'm going to text you back. Good call. I didn't know. I don't know. I need to reread the book. If I read books 20 years ago, and that's going to lead me to my next 2 books that I don't remember today. You got to be a student. You got to make a decision. I'm going to be the very best real estate investor. I'm going to be the very best for my family. And how do I do that? I got to provide. How do I provide? Being a millionaire. Go effing do it. Shut the freaking podcast off. Order the damn book. Go to the library, cheap ass, and get the books. Millionaire Real Estate Investor. Guys, I'm sorry I'm juiced to F up. I'm trying to be fast. I'm trying to get this podcast out today. I'm so behind. So bear with me. Just hang on to your boy. I'm trying to rock this mother. The ones back in the 80s. Robert G. Allen. Memorize that dude's name. Robert G. Allen. Robert G. Allen. Nothing Down and Creating Wealth. Nothing Down is like a staple book. He's redone the book. The guy's a guru. Yeah, you can buy his course. Yep, you can overpay 30, 50, 100,000. And the thing is, people get all juiced up when they buy Rich Dad Poor Dad coaching and all that stuff because you don't do nothing. Right? You can't expect to pay 30 G's or 50 or whatever whoever is charlatan is selling you a product, right? You got to X and do it. You got to actually do it. Now, if it comes with a coach and you're doing it, great. Listen, I'm not in that arena and I don't have no disrespect to those people. I do think it's a little high, but you can get this information. And if you need to hire someone and pay somebody $100,000 to kick you in the hind and it works, it does. I'm paying somebody right now to work out with. It's not easy, but I do it. But read Nothing Down. It's a great story. The LA Times dropped the dude off in the middle of LA, say go buy a house with no money. He had $100 in his pocket. The dude did it. Bought like 3 cribs, had $60 left. Now, this is in the 80s, okay? But he would use creative financing. That's the goal. And he did subject to back then. You don't even know. You need to know that. And it's just awesome story. And today he's older. He's still alive. And he's selling courses or whatever. But his content is legit. He has another book in there called Multiple Streams of Income. Bang. If, me personally, I was a DJ, then I became a real estate investor, but I still get income off the DJ company. I have multiple streams of income. Now, all my eggs are in real estate, okay? Now, I dabble on the side, like I'm thinking about opening up a heat and air business, maybe in 2000 something. I'm always thinking about diversification that makes me income, not to protect me. And I've been writing a podcast coming up, guys, and I'm trying to get it to you. Stop trying to save money. Hire people to make you money. Woo! How's that feel? Spend money to make money, okay? People spend money to hire a coach. They think they're going to make money. It's possible if it's the right coach that cuts out years of delays, okay? But if you're going to hire a staff person, and especially in a sales position, they shouldn't be saving you money. They should be making you money. The other book by Robert G. Allen, Creating Wealth, by Robert G. Allen. All right. If you're a landlord right now and you're struggling, get it, got it. Get landlording on autopilot. Man, my whole business is based around his. Now, I don't use his stuff to the T, but his stuff is legit. Now, what do you mean by legit? Well, yeah, you can buy his course and pay X some thousands of dollars and it doesn't work because you don't apply it. But you go buy his $20 book on Amazon and just got 4 or 5 nuggets, it was worth it. That's the thing. Here's another question that's really another podcast that I'm writing on. Would you pay $1,500 to lose 20 pounds? It's just effing fascinating. Everybody's on my nuts. Everywhere I go back to Whiz Kids and it's summer's over. Wow, you lost weight. I'm like, I can tell you exactly how I lost weight. You got to do no one wants to do nothing, but everybody wants to lose weight. So I'm like, how do I get the message out to you? You want to be a millionaire? Freaking read, right? You want to lose weight? What is it worth to you? Is it worth $1,500? Go hire a trainer. You can hire a baller trainer $200 a month. You can hire a superstar trainer $800 a month. You can hire a trainer for $500 a month. You can hire a coach for $500 a month. You know, when I coach people, it's like my goal, I take it serious. You're paying me for a service. You can fire me anytime. That's what I love about this deal. You can fire me if I'm not performing. If you're not making more than you're paying me, then we shouldn't be working together. It's just simple. But the thing is, you got to do the homework. You got to read the books. You don't just go buy the book on Amazon and you're going to be a millionaire by tomorrow. No, you get that book, you read the effing book, you take notes, you find a mentor, you ask questions, you show up to the RIA, and you get it done, right? And then you buy a house, you're scared, you got diarrhea. And I just text my homie today. And I was like, dude, how you doing? You're on my mind. I don't know. My homie was on my mind. And it was his first deal. He was in the oil business. And he wanted to hire me. And he saved up money. I got respect for the dude. He's pretty savvy. He tried to sell me something, trade out. And I'm like, dude, I don't need that item. And but if it was a motorcycle, maybe. But anyway, my boy, we became friends, right? Through this coaching process. I was like, I like this dude. He's just respectful. He's young. He's got 2 kids. He's trying to be rich. He's trying to be trapped. So we got him financing, got his first deal, and I remember calling him, and he's on his own, like he's doing it on his own. I'm like, I'm proud of you, bro. That's all I can say to this dude. So I was like, did you hire a contractor? He's like, yeah, I hired a contractor. And I go, oh, I love this guy. He's killing him. How much is he charging you? $3,000. I was like, $3,000. I didn't. I'm not coaching him at that time because he kind of took off, and I was like, I don't want. So is that he's going to do the whole house for $3,000? Yep. Mm-hmm. I said, how'd you find this guy? Well, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, give me his number. Like, I was like actually coaching him, and I was like, yo, you should probably incentivize this guy. Say, hey, I got more work for you with a friend of mine. And that's where I left that deal. And that was like a month ago. And then, so my boy was on my mind. I text my boy today. I was like, yo, how's it going? Man, not going well. The contractor didn't work out. And I've been doing all the work myself. You know what's so cool? And this is what he said. I'm almost going to cry because this dude said this. And I was like, dude, he said, oh, man, I got to stop crying. He said, no one said it was easy. I don't know why you would cry off of that. I don't know why you would cry off of that. But no one said it was easy. And I'm like, dude, that's right. Because I burned that into your head. Because when he tried to hire me, I didn't want to work with him. Because I don't want no faint at heart people. Because if you want to be a millionaire, you want to get out of the mire, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to cut off your cable. Not because it's a financial decision, because it's a distracting decision. Okay? If you want to do it, you got to read. You got to get up at 5 in the morning. 6 ain't going to work, folks. Yep. 6 ain't going to work. It's just funny because the people I text this morning, just for fun, I text a gang of people at 5:30, and I was just seeing who is going to text me back first. Who is in the 5 o'clock club? Millionaires are in the 5 o'clock club. Now, I know I just pissed half of you off, and I know it's not about that. It's about empowering you. I know you're sad. I know you're depressed. I'm running across more depressed people, and I hope that you forward this this podcast to somebody else to get them juiced up. Right? If you want to get out of the depression, you go help somebody else. Okay? If you're depressed, go listen to my deal. Go read my story. Right? I'm reading a story about these dudes are depressed and they make millions of dollars. And I'm like, I was on USA Today last night, and I was like, man, what the, I get it, right? It's a high intensity personality. But you got to learn how to overcome it. You know, I was helping a person today, and multi-millionaire chick. I mean, this chick is a baller, okay? And I can see she's struggling. She was even considering going to a counselor. She's like, no, I don't need a counselor. I just need to hang out with you. Exactly. There's somebody in your market that you need to hang out with. Someone can get you out of the market. Someone else. There's a scripture, iron sharpens iron. It's simple. You know when you're struggling, go ask somebody. You know, when you're hurting, go call somebody. You know, I'm telling you, today's Thursday. I got 3 hours. I got a million things to do, and then I got to get to Whiz Kids. I'm telling you, my life's going to change at 3 o'clock. I got a new kid today, and when I hear about where they live, and I hear about they don't have food, and I hear about they living on the floor, and I hear that their mama has like 5 different babies. When I hear this stuff, my heart just breaks. Right? That's what keeps me motivated. Keeps me rolling. And that's what you got to do. Go serve somebody. Houston is underwater. You know, my boy is hurting. Man, I'm broken for my boy. You know, I'm like, we want to rally around people. I was like, look, I'll fly down there. I'll help you. I'll give you 3 days. That's what I can do. I can sacrifice 3 days. I'll call this person. I can call your other friends, and maybe you can get 10 friends for 3 days. Times 10 is 30 days. You get a month. I think you can change the world if you can get some friends, 10 friends for 3 days to help you. So my boy that's struggling on his rehab, he should have called me. He said, yeah, I got burned by my contractor. I'm like, bro, don't sweat that. Welcome to the club, daddy. Welcome to the club. That's why I wrote the book on it, the green book, how to hire a contractor. And I'm still getting burned. I got burned the other day. That's just the nature of the beast. But when you call somebody else that's been burned too, and you have them help you, let me roll over there. Let me see how far you are. Let me help you. Are you getting a discount? Or who's your painter? I found a painter the other day, just random. All right. But you got to reach out. You got to listen to podcasts. I don't even know. People ask me all the time. Listen, guys, I don't listen to podcasts, so I don't know if mine's good or bad. I know when I first started listening to podcasts, they all whack. They had these horrible intros and they're trying to sell something. I'm like, this is dumb, right? I don't know what a podcast is supposed to be. But I'm trying to empower you, so you should go empower somebody else. You know, little cliche, or you could give people fish, right? But you got to teach them to fish, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. But how can you teach somebody? By reading. So here's another one: The Weekend Millionaire's Secret to Investing in Real Estate by Mike Summey and Roger Dawson. I'm telling you, this is top 5. That's top 5. That's top 5. Millionaire's Weekend Secrets. It's the Weekend Millionaire Secret, or Weekend Millionaire Secret. I don't know what it is. Mike Summey, Roger Dawson, by far, it's on Audible now. That was a several $100 course back in the day on Nightingale Conan. Now it's on Amazon, on Audible. It says $40. Get the freaking membership, so it only costs you 1 ticket. Bomb, 8 hours. It will give you an education. It's better than what I can do for you. That has been a source. A book I just finished not too long ago. It's like Chris McCullen's Guide to Smart Real Estate Investing. Great book. Another one is Financial Independence from somebody, can't remember his name. Of course, you should read The Savvy Landlord by Steve VanCauwenbergh. Yeah, the red book. That's me. Just buy the book. You can get the freaking ebook for $3 on Amazon. Read 10 minutes a day. What other books that are out there? Here's some other ones. Jim Rohn. Anything by Jim Rohn. Okay, Jim Rohn. Here's another one. The Slight Edge is another one. These books, read 3 of them at one time, 10 minutes each. Read when you're in the bathroom. Read when you lay down. Read. You can't buy assets if you can't read.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook, and always be buying assets.